Hello dear friends, it's Zara from ZMAHOON.com. Today I want to talk to you about prayer. How to pray so that God listens. A couple of years ago I wrote a book by this title. And the reason I wrote the book was because I felt really strongly about it. It brought back a lot of memories from when I was a child. My mother used to say this often, that you have to pray in a manner that your prayers are heard, that pray in a way that God listens. And I asked her, okay, so what does that mean? In fact, one day I came upon her and she was praying, and in her prayer she was sobbing. I was worried about her. I wanted to know what was wrong. And she said, nothing's wrong. I'm just praying because I really want God to listen. And I thought, that's really strange. You have to cry so that God listens? And I was very young at that time. I think maybe I was a teenager. But that stayed with me for a very long period of time. I always used to ask myself this question: how do you pray so that God listens? Do you always have to cry, sob your heart out? Over the years, I've discovered the answer to this question. You see, praying, sitting down, and separating yourself from the world in order to pray is the traditional way that we do it. We sit down and we say, "Dear God, please help me with this problem. This person isn't nice to me. I hope they're nicer to me tomorrow. I'm looking for a job. Help me find the job that I want. Help me get the money that I want. Dear God, I really would like a partner in my life. I would like to meet someone wonderful." And that's how we pray. Our prayer is a series of things that we ask for. And I'm here to tell you that that's not what prayer is. Every thought that we think is a prayer. Let me repeat that. Listen carefully. Every thought that we think, from the time that we wake up to the time that we go to bed, every thought that we think is a prayer. Because every thought that we think creates an emotional response inside us that sends out a vibration, which we call our vibe, into the universe, and the universe responds to every vibration that we send out. And therefore, every thought is a prayer. So it's not just when we sit down and we ask God for things. In fact, we never need to do that. Because as we give birth to a desire, the first instance that you see that good-looking guy that you look at and you say, I like what I see. I'd like that in my life. Or you see someone who's living a lifestyle that you really enjoy and you look at that and you say, I would like that kind of a life. I wonder how that person got that life. When you say those things to yourself, when you're thinking those things, in those moments, you've given birth to a desire. And when you give birth to a desire, you send out a vibration that the universe listens to each and every time. Every prayer is answered because soon as a desire is born, the universe creates the answer to that desire. But it doesn't manifest. It takes vibrational form, so it exists, the possibility exists. But in order for that possibility to become a reality, we need to do some more thinking and feeling and praying. And what we need to do is we need to come up the emotional scale to a vibration that matches the vibration of the manifestation that we are looking for. So a prayer is not about asking God for things. Our prayers are about appreciation. I remember this poem from my childhood that talked about how birds wake up in the morning, and the first thing that they do is they chirrup. And when you hear those bird calls, that's actually the birds telling God how much they appreciate waking up and being alive. And that's what we need to do. That's what prayer is. So in the book that I wrote, How to Pray So That God Listens, I shared my process of how we should offer our prayers. And it's about rampaging with appreciation. It's about looking at something and just drooling with excitement over it. I could describe a tree for a long time, and that is a prayer. I could say, look at that tree, it's so beautiful. Look at the shape of it, look at the leaves, look at the contrast of the different colors of leaves, look at the shapes, and look at the trunk of the tree and the bark, and look at how big it's grown and how beautiful it looks. How wonderful the shade is that it offers. Look at the flowers on it. So many things. You can just go on and on in appreciation. And that's what prayer is all about. Prayer is not about asking. Prayer is about appreciation. I want to leave you with that thought. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found this talk valuable. If you did, please leave me a comment. If you have a question, you can email me through my website, ZMAHOON.com. If you are looking for the book, How to Pray So That God Listens, you can find the link in the descriptions below. Take care, have an awesome day, and I look forward to getting back with you soon. Bye for now.